Hello. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about a new technology that's affecting famous people. Remember when Obama called Trump a dipshit?
Complete dipshit.
Or the time Kim Kardashian rapped?
Because I'm always half naked.
Or when Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonated himself?
Get out of there, there's a bomb in there. Get out!
Deepfake, deepfake, deepfake.
Gotta be kidding.
This is a deepfake too. I'm not Adele, but I am an expert in online manipulation.
In this video, this woman talks about the fact that it's us and rah 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 and don't get carried away. But all this footage that you're going to see comes via the media. Now, everybody remembers this one maybe, where the Pope is disappearing at his window. Do you remember that one, Amy?
Yes, I sure do.
Now, we didn't make that. The media gave us this. It was the media. Anyway, the video's going to start in a moment. Oh, it would help if I actually put the video on. So there he is. He turns round and wait for it. He's moving away. And here he goes. And then he's gonna disappear. Here he goes. Gone. Right in front of your eyes. Somebody else noticed the video and put it out that they'd seen it on the news, that the Pope disappeared right in front of your eyes. That came from the media.
That's right.
Then we've got the newsreaders. I can't remember what her name is now. The one that covered the Watts case. Remember her?
Yeah, I think she's called Nancy Graham or something like that.
Yes. Anyway, here they are, sitting talking, and Nancy's going, "Oh, I can't really hear you," when the same bus and the same car goes past both the women. A red car, there goes the bus, and then there goes the bus in both the pictures. Now, they should have been fired, or further up, fired. No, Nancy's still going, and she did the Watts case, and we know what's wrong with that. So, who was it again? The media. The media doing it to us. Yeah, Nancy Grace. Anyway, you know, that got millions of views and nobody or nothing happened, and she's still going, even though both of the, well, maybe it's not their fault, it's actually the media. But anyway, this bit is the glitching Boris. Now, a lot of people will say that he's reptilian, but it is man manipulation. It is man doing it, and then his head goes, yeah, up here. Watch his head move up and down. This bit, watch him move up and down. Yeah, there you go, Amy. It's quite late. It's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's not bad, is it? Here we go. He's going to do it again. Anyway, his head moves up and down, and you can see there's two people in. Who gave us this? The media gave us this. The media.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, I think he's quite frightening, isn't he, Amy?
He sure is.
I'm frightened! Please! No! Don't take me! Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting that, you know, I mean, I'm glad in a way that we can see it, but it just disgusts me.
Me too.
Because you see, his body's not glitching and the walls aren't glitching, only Boris's head. So that's how you know it's a deep fake or whatever they've done. And this one, little diddy widdy Boris on the street. What it is this news reporter must be about 15, 20 foot high. Because look at the size of Boris. Boris is smaller than the people standing over there. This has 2 cars, so he's about a car and a half away from him in width. Does somebody go from 15 foot to the size of a child? No, they don't. No, they don't. And who gave us this? The media gave us this. Anyway, there's some shots of the cameraman coming in and out. Here it is. He comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. And so far, I'm the only person that noticed this.
That's right.
Yeah. Give me a bit of footage, I will show you what's wrong with it every single time.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and there we go. The little tiny Camilla on the carpet. She's only about 4 steps away from Prince Charles, and now she's lost her height and looks like a little child on the... and we've got a great big mile here. But look at Prince Charles to her. There's no way are they in the same perspective because they've been put in... And look, this person's now small. Anyway, the point was we were getting to this bit. Now, Trump's with the Queen... I'm sorry, with Prince Charles and Camilla. And every time the camera flashes... There's another man under the photograph. Remember that one, Amy?
I do, Karen, yes.
Look at that. It's a different man. There's a different man there. Who the hell's that?
I remember seeing that. Yep.
Maybe that's the real Trump.
That's right. Maybe so.
What it is in the flash, Camilla, Charles, they all change. Trump, Camilla and Charles change. It is disgusting. And Amy, who gave it to us?
The media.
Yeah, and then here we go. Kate, last year, riding with Camilla. Camilla, white line round her, and look what's round there, and look what's happened to her nose. She's lost her nose. So that means that she's been superimposed in. Amy, who gave it to us?
The media.
Yeah, the media.
The bad old media.
Yeah, and then they're saying... Oh, the people don't do this. We're being controlled via the media. And who runs the media?
The government.
Yeah, the politics. They're all in it together. We're going to just explain something in a minute, but we've got another bit coming up with the Queen. And the Queen... Oh, that's not that bit. That's it. The Queen is orange, just like Trump. It's obviously... They're painting the videos... to give a well-being feeling of the Queen, who's orange. But it's not. It's a deep fake now because they've coloured her in. And this is what they do. They can get people doing anything they want. Those are those guys when they sit on the side, take a little bit of footage, and then it turns... Amy is my witness in this. When we did the Watts case, which actually was Amy's daughter, that made me realise that the footage they'd taken was probably 10, 15 years old, because Shanann Watts was in the wrong era with her hair and her clothes. And hopefully everybody remembers the Watts case. And then at the end of that case, we realised that the solicitors and judges and courts were in on it, the police were in on it, the prisons were in on it, the media was in on it, and the politics was in on it, didn't we, Amy?
That's right, Karen.
Frank Bruchak stood outside Shanann Watts' house last year and said that he wanted the law changed. And what happened, Amy?
And then they did. They changed it all.
Flatlined loads of channels through changing the law. So, who's doing this to us, Amy?
The media.
Thank you, my darling. Anyway, let's carry on.
Welcome.
Yeah, let's carry on.
So deepfakes is a term that's used to describe video or audio files that have been created using artificial intelligence.
My favorite is probably Lisa Vanderpump.
It started as a very basic face swapping technology, and now it's turned into film-level CGI. There's been this huge explosion of like, oh my goodness, we can't trust anything. Yes, deepfakes are eerily dystopian, and they're only going to get more realistic and cheaper to make. But the panic around them is overblown. In fact, the alarmist hype is possibly more dangerous than the technology itself.
Well, me and Amy are just looking at this film, which I like a lot of what she says. She looks better as Adele, and the hills are alive. That's so funny. But she said it's hype. I don't think it's hype. I think nearly everything we're watching is deepfake. And I really like the fact she's talking to us and telling us not to send the video at the end if you think that it's deepfake. But what about the media that are doing it to us and doing it every day on practically every platform they've got?
That's right, Karen. I agree. Because they're doing it on all of the media, like you said, and it's not a bunch of hype. It's getting to the point that nothing is real. We can't trust anything, and they need to stop it. They need to stop it everywhere, and especially in the media and just everywhere, because it's wrong to do this to the people.
Yeah, last year I made a
terrible.
video, didn't I, about deepfake, and what it was is they get you in to tell you all about deepfakes, and at the end of it they say that we're going to war. Oh yes, we're going to war around the table. It's like, what? Did you just hear that? But what it is in that I put together that these companies, so basically computers are made to accept, they just accept the deepfake. They're not made to accept the deepfake, but they accept the deepfake, right? And what they've done now is they've made a program where it doesn't accept the deepfake. And I think for humanity, for honesty, that Donald Trump should have made sure that Facebook and YouTube and the news used this stuff so that there was no deepfake for the people. Don't you think?
Oh, yes. Very well said, Karen. Yes.
But what would happen is the news would disappear, the royal families would disappear, and most of YouTube would disappear, and most of Facebook would disappear, because they're all deep faking.
That's right, but I don't know how it's gotten to get this far. It should have been stopped a long time ago, but I agree that should have been the first thing that Donald Trump should have sorted out when he became president.
It's not our fault we've got these deep fakes. And what it is what I don't like is, because I mean, she's a nice lady, this lady, but she's done the same as the CEO on YouTube. They're only looking at us. They're not looking at the people that are doing it to us. And yeah, there's got to be there's got to be the odd fun one that we put out as people. But basically, they're looking at us rather than dealing with the media and the politics who are doing it to us. I mean, like full hog at the moment, like much more. And I don't know, they'll have handcuffs on me and I'll be strapped to the wall.
Oh, I know.
You know, they're only looking at us. They're not looking at the people who are doing it to us big time.
That's right. And that's what where they need to be looking to, is the people that are doing this, you know, big time. But who knows who's really in charge of all of this? It might be so much higher than
only because I made the video last year where they've got the technology, and so in that deepfake it was about how they made the deepfakes, and then this other guy was talking about how you put it in place, and they buy the software, they add it to their systems, and it stops us getting any deepfakes. But like I said, most of YouTube would disappear and most of Facebook would disappear, and they don't want that. And we don't even know who's running YouTube and Facebook, really. I mean, I was looking at Mark Zuckerberg today, and I haven't really heard him talk, and I said to Amy, he looks like Bill Gates' son.
Yes, I know. I never thought of that, but now I see it. That you said that, I can sure see it. Yes.
Should we play a bit more of this? Should we play a bit more of this video, Amy?
Sure.
Let me break this down. First, what everyone is freaking out about is actually not new. It's a much older phenomenon that I like to call the weaponization of context, or shallow fakes, with Photoshop and video editing software.
There's so many needs.
How about the time Nancy Pelosi appeared to be drunk while giving a speech?
But you never know with this president of the United States.
Turns out that video was just slowed down at 75%.
It was very strange.
You can have a really simplistic piece of misleading content that can do huge damage. For example, in the lead up to the midterms, we saw lots of imagery around this caravan of people who were moving towards the US. This photo was shared with captions demonizing the so-called migrant caravan at the US-Mexico border in 2018. But a reverse image search showed it was actually Pakistani refugees in Greece.
Yes, and haven't we realised, and haven't a lot of people put it together, that, you know, especially there was bits about hospital that were supposed to have been, like, say, 2019, and people realised that the footage had come from another hospital 3 or 4 years ago. And this is coming from the media. The media are doing this to us. So they're changing everything around and not telling us that they're using stock footage and they're just ramming this stuff out, and then we look at it and go, oh my God, look at all that, when actually it could be 3, 4, 10 years old, and they're just reusing all this footage to lie to us. What do you think, Amy?
Oh yes, I think it's just disgusting and just horrible that they would do that, to just lie to the people that way. And they were doing it with measles. They tried to say there was a new measles outbreak, and they got caught. One of the mainstream media channels using stock photos of babies with measles. I just think it's horrendous.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody thought when Meghan had her baby that she was holding that prosthetic baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
They just don't show us anything true. That's true.
And also they'll go, breaking news, we're just going over here, look, there's a war starting. But there was no war, and they made it up, and they put the whole video together with bombs going off. How do we know that those pictures and things are not years old? We can't go to these countries, but that's what they do.
That's right. It's despicable.
Yeah, we can't trust the media anymore.
No.
We can't trust what we're seeing anymore.
That's exactly right, Karen. That's exactly right.
Yeah, should we carry on for a bit then? Should we carry on?
Yes.
You don't need deepfakes, AI technology to manipulate emotions or to spread misinformation. This brings me to my second point. What we should be really worried about is the liars' dividend. The lies and actions people will get away with by exploiting widespread skepticism to their own advantage. So remember the Access Hollywood tape that emerged a few weeks before the 2016 election?
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Around that time, Trump apologized, but then more recently, he's actually said, oh, I'm not sure if I actually said that.
I don't really understand that statement she just made when he's not sure if he said what he said, when in this video he's apologizing for sort of, what's the word, manhandling the women.
Right.
What, and he doesn't know whether he said it or not?
Yes, that makes no sense.
He's the President of the United States.
Right.
WWE wrestler.
Yes.
And even that, people say, oh, you do realise that that footage was fake and it wasn't really him pounding on top of that person. But I mean, that's what they've done. They've made it, you know, whatever happened, whether he did it or it was deepfake, it's still given to us and people have believed what they've been watching.
That's right.
One thing
Absolutely.
I don't like is that the onus is always put on the people.
That's right. They put it on the people, not on the media, where they should be putting it.
Yeah, because let's say the people are doing it. Above the people come the politics, come not just the politics, comes the media, and they are programming the people with their lies.
Exactly. Right, and then they shouldn't be putting it on the people when it is the media and the people that control the media.
What about, it went out on, I think it went out on the Unscrambled Channel the other day, where those two reporters, I can't remember her name now, they were supposed to be in the car park on a satellite link-up talking to each other, and for some reason nobody noticed that when they put the video out, that the same traffic was going past both of them, when one of them's going, I can't really hear you.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the media.
That's right.
They want to, what's the word? They're pulling you in a direction of what they want you to see.
That's right.
One of the first things, even with Boris, Trump, they should have sorted the media out, but they can't because they're in with it and they probably work for the media.
I agree, yes. Or even the media works for them. And maybe what they wanted to continue, actually.
Because we did that, I can't remember her name, I think her name was Amber. That was her name, wasn't it, Amy? It was Amber something. 2010-11. where she's saying that all the countries buy the news. So you'll never. So it's a bit like just say I'm England and Amy. Well, she is in America, right? I want you to make the news for me. I want you to say that. I can't think of anything to put in there. I thought of 100 things and they all sound silly. That 500 pigs are moving into residential homes. Will you make the video and show everybody that the pigs are moving in?
Right.
And that's what they do. They just make it up. They make up. Can you say that this person's gone missing? Can you say this? Can you say that?
That's right. And that's what they do. And then they just go ahead and do it and show you whatever that they're told to.
What we have to understand is that we surrendered overnight, months ago, without one soldier and one police officer, because that's how trusting we are and that we believe what we see. But we don't, because what we're seeing isn't real.
Exactly. That's right. And everybody trusts media enough and trusts the government enough to, just as you said, we surrendered overnight to what they told us to do. It's really scary how brainwashed they have people.
Yes, that's what it does. It brainwashes you and makes you believe. Like, for instance, today we had Biden. How do we know that's real? How do we not know that that's not the next part of their game? When I looked at the footage with Biden and Trump walking around in the video, they are deepfakes. And yet the newscast readers are going, oh, well, we're real people. We're real, media. Oh, they hadn't even realised that what they're showing is bits of deepfake.
That's right. Yeah, when it's so you're showing this bits of deepfake. Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next bit, Amy.
Okay.
When anything can be fake, it becomes much easier for the guilty to dismiss the truth as fake. What really keeps me awake at night is less the technology, it's how we as a society respond to the idea that we can't trust what we see or what we hear. So if we are fear-mongering, if we are hyperbolic, if we are waving our hands in the air, that itself can be part of the problem. You can see where this road leads. As public trust in institutions like the media, education, and elections dwindles, then democracy itself becomes unsustainable.
So, we've got this video of Mark Zuckerberg. Now, I think his wife would have noticed if his eyes changed colour like this, but somebody has edited this and put different eyes in, which make people think, oh, he's a reptilian. Man has done this. Man has done it. So we'll play the video. So what's your take on it? Amy sent me this one.
Yes, well, I had originally seen it on another channel last night, and they've taken it from Facebook, and I think that channel, they had slowed the footage down, and you could just really see him kind of glitching and all this stuff.
Her eyes didn't look that good either, to be honest. Just a minute ago. But what it is we don't know who's done this one, and someone's deepfaked it, and it might not be the media this time.
Right.
But look what they've done. Look what they're passing. Look what people think.
Right.
Amy, it's been a pleasure doing this video.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure for me too. Thank you, Karen.
Anyway, please everybody subscribe to the channel if you hadn't. Happy watching, and please leave your comments below.
Yes.
Anyway, from me and Amy, thanks very much. We're now going to stop the video.
Yes, thank you.
The way that we respond to this serious issue is critical. Partly this is the platforms thinking very seriously about what they do with this type of content, how they label this kind of content. Partly it's the public recognizing their own responsibility. And if you don't know 100% hand on heart this is true, please don't share, because it's not worth it.